it was these two dudes, one from DC and one from the GD car, and it was good friends like this. Always hung together, gambled together, worked out together, did a lot of things together, cooked and eat dinner at night together, did everything together, right? So one day the DC dude wasn't feeling it, and the GD dude was joking, and the DC dude told him, "Man, come on, man, I ain't in the mood for that today. We all stand in the solid board, in front of the unit in between the moves." So he said, "Man, I ain't trying to hear that right now. We going through something, man, not right now." And dude said something slick to him and got in his face aggressive. So one of the other DC dudes saw one of his comrades, you know what I mean? In what he considered and perceived as a threatening situation. So he pulled his knife out and he stabbed the GD dude in the neck. Now, the homie didn't want that to happen to his homie. You know what I mean? But that's just how it rolled when, if you think someone's in danger, you move out and you help them out. So he felt he was in danger, like the stand your ground law they got. He moved out, he stabbed the dude. So, the GDs didn't take too kindly to that. So the GDs, they turned around and, they went and, grouped up and they started jumping on the DC dudes that was in certain blocks and, and, DC fighting back and, but the DC dudes didn't know what went on down the compound at another unit. So the GDs that was in the block, by the time they went back in the block and told everybody what was going on, one of their homies got stabbed by a DC dude. That's all they need to know. So now all DC dudes is food. You know what I mean? So they jumped on the DC dudes that wasn't aware of what was going on, But then now, as the other homies is coming back from the next move, they hear what's going on because they seen the deuces, so they knew what time it is. So certain dudes just set it off right there on the yard. DC dudes started jumping on GD dudes right there in the yard and started stabbing them, because the DC dudes, they banging with them, But they start stabbing the GD dudes. So while they stabbing the GD dudes and it's going on, the deuce is going on. So the other dudes, they leave the unit and they get back to their units because now they going to go look for some GD dudes. Because the GD dudes done got out on the DC dude. They're not going to leave it at that. So now they go back in the units, the ones that wasn't locked down, because the one that had happened and they locked down, because that's how they do it. So when they get in the unit, they just start punishing these GD dudes. You know what I mean? So they in the kitchen fighting, they in different units fighting, they're in the yard fighting. I mean, it's all types of fights going on. But that's why I be trying to tell y'all, don't get involved in this street world because you wind up in prison. This is what it is. You know what I mean? Now, GD didn't care who had something to do with it that was from DC, and DC didn't care who had something to do with it that was a GD. Bottom line is they're getting GDs. They all became food. And it's crazy because you could be cool with a dude, but now it's a war between, your crew and his crew, or your car and his car. And then now he's trying to stab you or you trying to stab him, but y'all are cool. You understand? Y'all don't have a problem.